600x! That's what XRP did in 2017, guys. Because purely of speculation that banks will use XRP one day, and it went 600x. It did a 600x move, right? Imagine when they actually do. Now, in today's video, things are getting crazy, guys. Hello everyone, hope you guys are having an amazing day. XRP is around 62 cents. The past 7 days, 42%. What is happening? Does nobody else see what's going on? Right? Oh my, what is happening, guys? Remember, a 42% for a top 10 coin is insanity, right? This is 62 cents, guys. Oh my lord, what is happening? Something's most definitely brewing. I could tell the insiders or somebody's buying it up, guys. Not to mention, this is that week. Why? David Shorts last week stated we're going to be in the green. Remember the evergreen ship? And look what's happening right now. How? I don't get it, guys. Right? He obviously doesn't chart. This is how we know we're in good hands. Not financial advice. First things first. Breaking! Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse will be on Bloomberg today on July 17th at 3:30 EST, 3:33. But check this out. Within the interview, they were talking about settlement speculation pushes XRP to forefront of crypto rally. Supposedly it's about settlement is incoming. Right? Now, send it or end it. The SEC for Ripple case is about to end. Right? Now, supposedly, people are speculating that it could come to a conclusion tomorrow, guys. Right? Time and date, 2 p.m. on Thursday, July 18th at 2024. Now, if this is truly the case, guys, tomorrow we're seeing, who knows, we may see new all-time highs. That's insane, guys. Right? Imagine that. I can't. But remember, it is a possibility because of the 2017 fractal. Right? Then, when the case is done and over with, guess what? JP Morgan stated XRP will be set free. Right? Then we'll see rumblings and talks about banks starting to go live with XRP. Right? Again, I'm about to rip my heart out, guys. Look at this XRP settlement tomorrow. Right? Now, the way people got that date is from this right here from the SEC Sunshine Act notice. The SEC is having some type of secretive meeting, guys, which they always have this type of Sunshine Act meeting every month, it seems as, but the next one is basically tomorrow, right? And it's about resolution of litigation claims and institution and settlement of injunction action, guys, right? Institution and settlements of administrative proceedings. So what's gonna happen, right? Is it a possibility? You know what's weird about tomorrow, though? Because check this out. Now, guys, we're to the fun part of XRP in the XRP community. Now, this is quite interesting. The day before Strange July ends, 13 days away. It's 13 days away from the end of the month, right? And not to mention, 7:30 popcorn ready, guys, right? That's from today, right? 13 days away is 7:30 popcorn ready. So again, maybe August we'll see new heights, guys. I don't know, right? It's all up in the air right now. It all depends on the SEC case, the conclusion of the SEC case, guys, and things are about to accelerate like never before. But tomorrow could be settlement day. Regulation molasses price first, 8.17. Wow. Bearable Go into 3 did post about 8.17 regulation molasses, right? And how it tumbles down to price. Or prices up there, guys, right? So when they blow the lid open, price explodes. 8.17. Oh, that's interesting. Can come out too. 7.18 in reverse. Which is tomorrow's date. Weird, if you ask me. Right now, let's set aside the speculation talk, guys. Let's hear from the insider himself, Brad Garlinghouse. Breaking! Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse live on Bloomberg. XRP is not a security. We expect a resolution very soon. Even he's stating it now, right? This just literally came out an hour or two ago, guys. Okay, so we're going to watch the full thing because there's a lot of exciting things happening within this video. I only watched the first 2 minutes, so I'm going to watch it with you guys right now. Let's go!
CEO of Ripple Labs, Brad will also attend the DNC next month. Brad, what is your message to the RNC and DNC?
Well, my first message is really that this should have really become a partisan issue. I think all of us should embrace technical innovation, and these are technologies that truly can transform the cost and efficiency of financial transactions particularly. And so our message is really that we as an industry want to be regulated. We want to have the clarity of that regulation, and it's been refreshing to see the Republican Party kind of lean into that as part of their platform.
You've definitely seen crypto move towards President Trump. Why? What is the Biden administration doing that's so wrong that crypto guys don't like it?
Well, I think the primary thing that has happened is, 5 years ago, I was out publicly saying that there wasn't clarity in the rules of the road. And 5 years later, after Ripple was sued by the United States SEC, we still don't have clarity in those rules of the road. And so you have in this administration, in Chair Gensler as the chairman of the United States Securities and Exchange Commission, really a fight between the SEC and to some degree the CFTC about who is the regulator of consequence. And Chair Gensler has taken the position that kind of everything is what he calls a digital security or something like that. Judges have ruled against him repeatedly, but this administration has kind of continued that fight against the industry.
What's your conversations that you're having right now with the existing administration? I mean, you referenced some of those lawsuits, and of course, I think it was last July where you at least had that partial victory in that case, and ultimately, more or less, that worked out in your favor, depending on all the legal avenues here. But we talk about an administration that actually seems to now have pulled back. Maybe they got the message. But what conversations are you having with them about the structure of regulations, how they may morph, and how they may change going forward?
Yeah, I was actually in Washington, D.C. last Wednesday as part of a crypto roundtable hosted by Rep. Khanna, but attended by Senator Gillibrand as well as Anita Dunn from the White House. And it was, I think, the Democrats realizing that they've kind of gotten behind where the Republican Party and the Republican platform has been as relates to crypto. And I think they were there listening to the industry. Mark Cuban was one of the hosts of that event also. And so I think it was refreshing to start to have that conversation. But as you referenced, this is almost exactly a one-year anniversary of the court case where Ripple was sued by the government. And look, the one thing that the SEC was arguing most vociferously was this idea that XRP, the digital asset that Ripple uses in our technology, was a security. And that was really what they cared about. And what the judge ruled is that XRP is not a security, and that's really been a formative case for the industry. So we're going to continue really clamoring and trying to champion the clarity of regulation, and yeah. I'm hopeful that as we see a change in the guard, we'll see that.
Sorry.
Oh, not to mention, have you guys noticed that more interviews are coming out and about? Again, I remember clearly in 2017 that happened as well, guys, because there's so much excitement, right? So FOMO is about to ensue, fear of missing out, guys. Again, this is time, it's time, let's go, right? Not to mention, XRP, not a security checkmark, but the real deal is the whole case needs to conclude, guys. Then XRP's finally set free. I'm ready. I'm truly ready. Let's go.
Just to clarify, though, I mean, was the ruling, though, it did make a distinction between institutional investors and retail investors, did it not?
What it said actually is that just like if you package up real estate or you package up even pork bellies, if you put those into an investment contract, the investment contract is a security.
Gotcha.
But the ruling was very clear that no matter what, XRP in and of itself is not a security.
Brad, do you agree then with, okay, so the reason why in part that President Trump is pro-crypto is because he doesn't want China to be more crypto than the U.S. Is that actually like a material risk that China would surpass the U.S. in terms of its crypto innovation?
Well, I can't speak to China specifically, but what we are seeing is whether it's the UK, Japan, Singapore, I mean, even the European Union, more than 24 countries have come together to create a framework to provide crypto regulation. They call it MiCA. And what's frustrating as a U.S. company and someone who grew up here in the Midwest, it's frustrating that we as a country can't get that rules, the framework in place. And instead, we have this interminable litigation coming from the SEC that really isn't solving the problem. Well, we went to court and spent over $150 million in 3 years of our time arguing that in the court and prevailed. We can't do that with every single token. And so we have been advocating, and there is legislative momentum, both on the Democratic and Republican side of the House. Something passed the House just recently called the Fit 21 Act. The Senate is considering various bills. And certainly with the choice of J.D. Vance as a vice presidential candidate, he personally has put forth language, draft language for a bill that the Senate may or may not consider.
So it's less about the daylight between the regulation of the two parties, and it's more just about Gary Gensler.
Well, certainly Gary Gensler, in my judgment, has been at war with crypto. That is for certain. But it's also, I think, a tone from the overall Biden administration. The OCC certainly has been anti-crypto. You're seeing other elements of the banking industry really take a kind of an anti-crypto point of view, which hasn't, I don't think, served us well. And to Romain's question earlier, I think, we as a country have benefited immensely from being the heart and center of the internet. The internet really grew up here in part because we had clear regulatory dynamics in the United States passed in the late 90s. That allowed entrepreneurs to build, that allowed capital to flow in. And I think we've been, seeking that as other countries around the world have leaned into that and provided that clarity. And you're seeing entrepreneurs and capital in this industry flow into other countries instead of the United States. What we are seeing and what we are seeking is clear rules of the road. The vast majority of people I know in the crypto industry are good actors who want to follow the rules. We've been asking for clear rules. And I think, as Alex described earlier, in Chair Gensler, instead of saying, let's codify that, let's sit down, they keep hiring more lawyers to bring more lawsuits. And again, it's just a silly way to approach regulation through enforcement is not the best way to approach this problem. And that's why we've been working with people on Capitol Hill. And again, on both sides of the aisle. It just happens to be this became partisan for maybe good and bad reasons. And you're seeing the Republicans kind of lean into it more so than the Democrats.
We only have about 30 seconds left, Brad, but I am curious here about your relationship with the SEC. Are you in settlement talks at all with the agency right now?
I can't comment on that specifically. Suffice it to say that the ruling has been clear from the judge. There's one final piece, as you referenced, about these investment contracts that are sold to institutions. We expect resolution very soon, but can't predict exactly when the judge will rule there.
All right, Brad. Thank you for taking time for us, Brad Garland House.
So he can't predict the end of the end dates for the case to conclude, guys. Obviously he knows, but again, we expect a resolution very soon, guys. This is the XRP pumping is pre everything, right? What a nice day on 724. What if these days will be on points, guys? 724. What a nice day, right? 724. Those who aren't ready will cry. We had time to accumulate. Now it's gonna be vertical accumulation up only. Got candles and coming June 27th, a year delta. It is happening right now, right? It's up only because XRP, my GPU, can't keep up with the incoming volume. Look at the volume. The Ripple literally let go of the suppress bots. This is what happens to XRP's price when you let go of suppression, guys, right? This is exactly what happens. I knew it was suppressed. They let go of, right? The bots are now done and over with. Now they got to bring in the buy bots. Maybe they're slowly injecting the buy bots in, guys, right? Slowly. But once the resolution is done and over, then it's actually go time. But look at that. Ridiculous, right? Insanity. Beautiful. Now, Crypto BitLore comes about. I tried to warn everyone just before this. If I say what I know, my account is nuked and the feds are at my door, guys. Right. What's going on with it? Something's happening with XRP we don't know. Well, this is what's happening, guys. From Charting Guy, the green Fibonacci's are my topping targets for XRP this cycle. The time frame should be sometime between February and May 2025. Well, I'm seeing the same exact thing, guys, right? Like this, we consolidate for some time. I think more. I don't think it's going to be that. Okay, so I don't think it's going to take like 6 months how it did back here, right? Because look at the size of this. It took double the last fractal. So let's just say a year, right? A year will take us to end of the 2025, and then that's where it explodes again, right? But I don't think it's going to be like this, guys. I think it's going to be like crazier, right? And then like that. But again, his top targets for the end of the cycle is about $30. Let's just say, right? $30 is amazing. I don't care, guys. That's most definitely beautiful, to say the least, right? We finally made the news. My magic yellow lines are becoming mainstream. XRP historic breakout incoming, guys, right? I never seen a 7-year long bull pennant, right? It just makes me. I wish all these people got left behind, guys, right? But it seems like they're all jumping in. They're all jumping in before it takes off. But that's a bad thing to say, guys, because let us all become rich and wealthy together. Gemini is literally coming out. Rise and Vibe, XRP family, 30+% in 7 days. Nope, it's basically about, I think, 50%. Alex Cobb tweets out, how do you feel about XRP right now? Gemini literally tweets out, excited. What? Crypto, other communities are jumping in because a Bitcoin Maxi from Crypto says, I'm not an XRP fan at all, but I'm keeping a very close eye on it currently, right? Because they know what's coming, guys. Now, today's Delta 717 from Howard Moon. What's happening here? I don't know, but get ready for the ship to sail, right? Lottery winner 589 will come out to today's date. I'm not trying to say anything with this, but I'm just saying 11/9/9/11 today's date. The fountain for today's zero comes from Master Chief XRP. He tweets out Phoenix, right? The Phoenix is rising, guys. It sure seems like it's time, doesn't it? Let's go, let's get ready. And I'm so excited, I can't breathe. I don't know what's happening, but let's go. But it's amazing. See ya.